Winds whipping, tearing through almost everything in the early morning dark. Strong enough to uproot trees, the gusts were recorded at 76 miles per hour. You probably heard them as you slept between 3 and 5 a.m. One of two serious wrecks caused by the wind was here on I-82 and Badger Road. This semi-truck carrying plants overturned. Another truck overturned on the Umatilla Bridge, closing that roadway for nearly 5 hours. No one was injured there. But in this accident, the passenger was taken to the hospital for fractured ribs and internal injuries. Tonight, she remains in serious but stable condition. Elsewhere, signs dropped off buildings, including here at Columbia Center. On Rattlesnake Ridge, winds blew 130 miles per hour. Looking at these pictures, it's no wonder that this windstorm brushes the record set in 1960. At that time, the wind blew just 1 mile per hour faster than last night at 77 miles per hour. Melissa Moore, News Center, Tri-Cities.
I'm Jolynn Winter. As daylight broke this morning, it was time to get to work and repair what damage the winds had created. As you can see from this home video, power lines were down, leaving people throughout the Columbia Basin without electricity.
The bulk of our customers are back on now. We have a few isolated spots we're still working on, and we'll try to get most of those on tonight, and we should by tomorrow clean up the rest of it and have everybody back on by tomorrow.
The winds hit hard, ripping down phone lines.
We have some additional forces coming in from Wenatchee that should be in tonight to help us tomorrow, and we'd suspect by tomorrow night everybody should be in service.
It knocked Columbia Cable off the air and even affected most school districts.
Well, we delayed for about 2 hours because of the number of trees and also power lines that were down, interrupting transportation service in particular.
But most people are concerned about their property. Trees fell on houses, fences were down, and roofs were torn to shreds. Today it was time to clean up and get things back to normal.
Taking off of work and cutting trees out of the way. This one landed in front, on top in our driveway. We couldn't even get out.
Some looked over the rubble trying to figure out where they'd spend the night.
I yelled in there to the kids, I said, "Get up! This is it! We lost the roof!" They got up, got dressed, and I said, "Hey man, we're out of here!"
But others were just thankful that things weren't worse.
Yeah, everybody got out safe. That's all I was worried about last night.
Jolynn Winter, News Center.
A number of offices received non-stop phone calls this afternoon due to last night's windstorm. Probably near the top of that list was insurance companies. News Center's Scott Klein has their report.
This was just one of the houses hit by the storm, one of the worst. And the insurance companies representing such claim holders say by mid-afternoon they had already fielded hundreds of calls.
And by the end of the workday, one insurance company had received nearly 1,000 claims, putting a bind on the limited number of adjusters.
Our regional office is the one who has to issue what they call catastrophe loss, and that means that we can call in a large number of claim representatives just like myself that can come in and help us settle losses quickly, get things moving, get things back on track.
The insurance companies say the most important thing you can do if you have insurance and a claim is to act immediately.
Okay, the first thing that people have to do, and that is make sure they try to do something to prevent further loss.
And if you do have a damaged house, adjusters advise you to try and cover up any exposed part of it due to the wind and to call in your claim as soon as possible.
We're prepared to take, what comes in, and the claims that we get hit with, they'll just add to the number we have. We're trying to catch the major ones, the big ones right now. That's basically what you have to do it as a priority basis.
And with cases totaling nearly 1,000 in just a day, that could take a while. Scott Klein, News Center.
All of the bad weather has been good for the businesses of people who build and rebuild things for a living. Local contractors have reportedly been driving around in pickup trucks looking for work as they found it today. Downed trees and ruptured rooftops have created new demand for skilled craftsmen in the local area. One man got right to work this morning cleaning up the Tri-City Country Club.
It's just kind of a windfall for us. I mean, I didn't think about that when I said it, but that's what it is. We're off the woods for the winter and need to work.
He says he hopes to have that job cleaned up within the next couple days. And just ahead tonight, day one of politics in Olympia. Some calls for reducing the sales tax today. Back with that story in a minute.